Welcome to Metal Wani and Metal Nation Radio. With us today, we have the Norwegian giants, enslaved, very own Grutle Kjellson. How are you doing, brother?
I'm doing fine, and how are you?
I'm doing really good. I'm super stoked to have your new album, In Times. Been blasting it from last few weeks, and I'm just not tired at all.
Ah, fantastic. Sounds great. Appreciate it.
Amazing. Now that the album is out, how has been the response from the fans? Because that's very important for you as a band to know how have your fans received the album.
I really don't know because it has not been released yet. But I mean, so far, I mean, we have been streaming it through YouTube for one day, and we have like leaked some cuts of two songs, and so far people seem to be really happy. But I mean, we have to wait and see until we get some more, more stories in magazines, some more interviews, and some more reviews, and playing the songs live to see the reception there. But I
Absolutely.
mean, so far so good. So
Oh,
far so good.
awesome. Now, just 2 days left for the American tour with YOB and your friends Ecstatic Vision. So super stoked to play these new tracks in front of your American audience.
Well, absolutely. This is the first time we played these songs ever, so of course a little bit nervous. Of course,
Hmm.
this is a pressure we put on up on ourselves. Of course, never performed these songs before. We just had a couple of days with good rehearsals on the songs. Last Friday was the first time we played the songs all together, all the five of us in the band.
Nice.
So. Well, but I mean, we had some good rehearsals, and it really looks good, and we are really enthusiastic about these new tracks. So,
Right.
yeah, absolutely stoked. Really looking forward to it.
Awesome. Now, how do you deal with such high expectations from the bands, when I talk about fans?
Well, I mean, we have got a pretty good reception for our last albums on the last decade, and pretty good reviews.
Hmm.
And of course, that gives you a certain confidence. But I mean, you still have you still have to perform, and
Right.
you still have to be able to play these songs and the old songs. So you have to be in pretty much have to be in tip-top shape uh, to please the fans. I mean, this is
True.
what we do. This is our work. This is our life. So you better be well prepared. Otherwise, it will be terribly embarrassing and wrong
Yeah.
in many ways.
I can
Yeah.
totally understand that. Now, you also, released two lyric videos, and is there any possibility of having a full-fledged music video of any of these tracks?
Yeah, of course. I mean, but I mean, the music video format has a kind of drawn a little bit the last 10, 15 years. It doesn't seem to be that important anymore. I mean,
Hmm.
back in the 80s and the 90s, you still had MTV and all the
Headbangers
TVs.
Ball.
Headbangers Ball, and I mean, a music video was perhaps the most important promotion tool.
Right.
It's not like that anymore. But I mean, the market for like expensive videos, it's
Hmm.
kind of has kind of disappeared a little bit. But I mean, we might record not necessarily a low budget
Hmm.
video, but I mean, not a very high budget one
Yeah,
at
more
least.
like a
But
moderate, maybe a live video as well would make sense.
maybe we'll see.
Awesome, awesome. Now, while listening to the album, it felt, a bit more aggressive than your previous albums, while still featuring those slow, beautiful parts. Was it a conscious effort to bring in more of your black metal roots, or it's something that just happened naturally?
It really just happened naturally. I mean, we never have any. The beauty of playing in Enslave, because it's pretty interesting because we never have any plan. So the plan is made as we go along. We should makes it a lot more interesting, and we do not work inside any kind of frames or
Hmm.
inside a box. Actually we have totally artistic freedom, and we have always had that. I mean, we never make music to suit a certain audience or to fit inside a frame. We never done that, and we never know where it ends the minute we start working on new songs. We have absolutely no clue. And this time it ended up a little bit more aggressive.
Oh, cool.
And,
Absolutely.
we're fine with that, you know?
Yeah, that sounds really good because the amazing atmospheric sections and the really beautiful softer sections and then we have Ivar's amazing darker vibes and harsh vocals, everything being blended together. So there's basically more of everything on this album. So how did you guys end up writing these parts? I mean, and then putting them together as a one piece?
Usually, Ivar makes the riffs. Will sends them to us, and we start over the arrangements. Me and Herban are obviously doing the vocal arrangements,
right?
And Kato and Ivar is doing the drum arrangements, and then it takes approximately a year before we start working on the first song until we enter the studio and record the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And on the last two albums, we have been recording the drums and the bass guitar and Ivar's guitar at the same time live in studio.
Okay.
To kind of obtain a certain organic live feeling. It sounds much more like a real band that way.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the way we do it.
Oh, this sounds really good. Now, you guys have changed quite a lot from where it all started as a straight up black metal band, and then the band has been continuously progressing and experimenting. What keeps you guys going on in this path of experimentation?
Well, we are five guys that are really interested in music, and that helps a lot, of course. I mean, so we have a pretty broad sources of inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. We listen to a lot of different kinds of music, all of us, and very different from one another in the band as well. So we have many angles of when it comes to arranging music, writing music, playing music,
right.
And that really helps. It makes it the whole effort a lot more interesting.
Absolutely. Now that the In Times is ready and fans are getting a taste of it, where do you think that the band is going progressively from here?
Well, I really don't know. I mean, the next album might sound a little more mellow. It might sound even more aggressive. I mean, we absolutely don't know. We have no clue. I mean, that's the beauty of it.
That's the beauty of maintaining that element of surprise for your fans.
It's an element of surprise because I mean we are able to surprise ourselves too. I mean, we are unconsciously we are putting up new ideas the whole time. I mean, even in recording sessions. So. I think that's the way it should be. I mean, we to make plans of how a song shall sound, it becomes the music. If you approach music that way, it becomes very, very sterile and boring. Huh?
Right. Absolutely.
It's better to just go with the flow and try to make your own contemporary favorite music.
That's true. You guys are playing for festivals as well, Brutal Assault, to Roadburn as well. So is there anything else coming up? Playing some summer festivals in Europe?
We have the first thing we're going to do after this tour. We're going to have a one-off show in Mexico, and then we're going to play the Inferno Festival in Oslo, Norway. The weekend after, we're going to play in the Netherlands at a wonderful festival called Roadburn Festival.
Cool.
And then from then on, it's like, I guess the festival, summer festival season starts.
You guys are playing at Tongeren as well in Belgium.
Yeah, exactly. That's the first of the so-called summer festivals for us this year.
Awesome. So do you have any memories of playing in India?
In India, yeah, of course.
How was that entire experience? I mean, to be honest, seeing Enslaved live on stage was more like a dream come true for a metalhead here.
It was pretty intense. I mean, and very, very different from playing anywhere else, to be honest. I mean, you have to keep in mind that the things are very different. I mean, everything from the stage and the equipment and the audience, the surroundings, everything is very, very different. Extremely different from where we play in the States or in Europe. Very fascinating though. Very fascinating. Fantastic food, really nice people. crazy traffic.
Yeah.
Unbelievably crazy traffic.
I can totally understand that, because every time I speak to a musician and they've come to India, they'll be like, holy shit, how do you guys survive with that traffic?
Yeah, exactly. I can still kind of understand that.
Right.
And we went to some historical places like Taj Mahal, and it was great.
Taj Mahal, awesome. So any plans of coming back to Bangalore? Because definitely with this album, there's going to be more interest for the band to be here and play in front of even more wider audience.
I really don't know, man. So far, we don't have any plans of coming to India. Not so far. But I mean, anything is possible. Anything can happen.
Oh, fantastic, brother. Now, before I conclude the interview, how about you define the new album in times, in your own style, in just one sentence?
Ooh, it's like, in times, it's like extreme metal was written and recorded in 1973.
Wow. So that insanely organic feeling of that live music played in 70's, and we are here in 2015 and actually witnessing that.
All right. Yeah, I mean that's a nice thing to say about an album, at least.
Yeah, if you can something say like this as making like a selling point of the album somewhat, and fans are going to be really happy about that.
It's a little pompous, but it is a good selling point. Definitely.
Fantastic. I had a great time, having a chat with you, Grutle. It was an honor. I look forward to see you guys in States. My folks out there are going to catch you live at San Diego. So
okay, cool.
It's going to be awesome seeing you guys live.
All right. See you soon.